Three, two, one, and we're back. Welcome back, football mezzanine fans. Thank you for our loyal followers. We have some big changes coming before we get into what's going to be the rest of this podcast. As far as big changes, I'm going to pass it off to my co-hosts, and they can jump on and explain it from here.
So, this is the end of football mezzanine.
Guys,
No, it's not.
it's not over.
No,
We are not fucking leaving.
That was a good use of that GIF.
Yeah, I know, right?
I hope we can edit it on.
Yeah.
So that's for our. I don't know who's editing. We'll let the editor decide if he wants to put it on. But we're just gonna be making some changes. We're gonna be bringing on some like segments onto the podcast, so it's not just 50 minutes of us rambling, but it's like well-defined things that we're gonna be talking about, and you know that we're gonna be talking about.
You've given
and
us
we're probably gonna
feedback, we've heard it, and we are now going to implement it.
Exactly. So, and that'll help us split up the videos on YouTube even more. So if you only want to listen to us talk about one topic, you can do that. And it'll also help keep us on track because we tend to ramble a lot. And we know
So basically, short form, everything's going to be segmented. We're going to have cutoff times where we'll just cut people off if we need to.
And
you can get something from, without getting into our topics to kind of keep them more secret, it'll be something like, say, trivia, random chance segment, etc.
yeah, we're going to get
a bunch of
trivia
ideas
on
we're going to be
here,
implementing.
social media readings, shit like that. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So look out for that starting next week if everything goes to plan. Yeah.
What do we got for this
We're
week,
also looking to
boys?
probably expand.
What?
Oh yeah.
What do we got
Shrikar,
for
you
this
said
week?
this week, right?
Yeah.
For this week, Nations League. It was the international break, and usually those are pretty boring. But this
Yeah, man.
time it came home, so it wasn't.
Yeah,
that
it was
boring.
actually interesting as far as my opinion goes.
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice pace, a change of pace from the boring international break that was the lifetime before.
Right. I've never
Yeah.
been excited for an international break till, like, maybe this one. Like, it was always like, oh, club football is gone. What am I going to do? Who wants to watch friendlies, right? But, I don't know. The Nations League has come in, given it some purpose, and I know a lot of people criticized the Nations League when UEFA implemented it or tried to implement it first. But clearly, a lot of people have taken liking to it. And as you can see on the pitch, the players are definitely enjoying their times out on the pitch now.
Yeah.
And
It's
and for I was gonna say, from some of the feedback that I've seen on Reddit too, the vast majority so far has been positive. And what I think is whoever basically came up with this concept deserves a promotion.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Just promote them. Doesn't matter what. Just give them a promotion.
Just give him a payday. Although UEFA's probably doing that, so don't worry.
Corrupt bastards.
Actually, talking about the Nations League probably reminds me. Let's just spend like 2 minutes and 42 seconds explaining what the Nations League is. Don't actually count to that number. I don't know how I came up with it.
No. Count. Someone tell them how long he's over. Okay, go,
No,
Ange.
don't count.
Your time's a ticking.
I just want to explain the rules because no one knows the rules, and frankly, I didn't even know the rules until I looked them up and spent like an hour trying to understand them. They're actually not that bad. So basically, you have 4 different leagues that are based on the quality of teams in those leagues. So you have League A, B, C, and D getting progressively worse in terms of how good the teams are in each league. So obviously, League A is going to be the league that has the best teams, right? So you have France, England, Croatia, Portugal, Belgium, Spain, blah 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 blah, and then
Not Germany.
Not anymore, but starting.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that, and then in League D you have stuff like San Marino, Luxembourg, Faroe Islands. You get the
Canada.
idea. Canada's not in Europe, Tristan.
Good point, Tristan.
Yeah, I know.
It's just to clarify, it's the European.
But Canada's not in Europe. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, recalculating
Mind
there.
blown.
Where the hell have I been living all these years?
We have the queen on our money, for God's sake.
We might as well be Europe.
True.
Guys, can I finish?
Let's go.
I'm
Let's
probably
go.
way
Chop,
past
chop,
the
chop, chop.
2-minute 42 mark.
Yeah, let's go.
So-
Come on, you're behind on your 2-minute mark.
So basically, instead of having an actual league where they play each other like a league format, UEFA has decided to split up the countries even more by splitting up each league into different groups. So, and these groups are seeded just like they're in the Champions League. So you don't have like the best group and the worst group. They're all seeded. And so there's 4 groups in each league, and the winner of each group gets promoted to the next league. So, for example, the winners of the League B groups will get promoted to League A. The losers of League A, the losers of League A's group will get relegated to League B, and so on. And
how many teams per group?
Three teams per group. Good question, Tristan. And the reason England fans are so excited is because they won one of League A's groups.
Actually,
which
means there's 3 teams for League A and B, but when you go down to Leagues C and D, there are in fact 4 teams per group.
That's actually true. I messed that up. Thank you for clearing that up. 3 teams per group in League A and B, and 4 for League C and D. But no one watches League C and D.
Of which Canada's not in.
So that's okay.
So, Ange, what's the point of this league?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
What's the point of this league, Ange?
Let me finish. So the reason English fans are so excited is because they won one of League A's groups, and the winners of League A's groups go on to this little mini tournament in June 2019, where they compete to win this trophy, which is the UEFA Nations League trophy. And that's what it's good for. And there's one other thing that UEFA Nations League is good for. Regularly qualifying for the Euros, so Euro 2020 would be done by just the regular qualifying format where you have 10 groups and 2 teams from each group qualify, the top 2. So you have 20 teams that qualify, but this time there's going to be 24 teams going to Euro 2020. So there's 4 new spots up for grabs, and those 4 new spots will be filled from the Nations League. So how it's going to work is the winner of each group in each league gets together into a playoff. So 16 teams, because there's 4 winners of each group and there's 4 leagues, get into a playoff, and the winner of each league's groups play each other's league's groups. Does that make sense? So the
Sure.
League A group winners play other League A group winners, and the winner of each league is pretty much
Gets a trophy.
one of the 4 teams. One of the 4 teams that qualifies for the Euros. I lost my train of thought, but I think that makes sense.
No, yeah, it does. Mostly.
Right? So you have 4 leagues,
Sure.
and the winner of each league pretty much gets a spot at the Euros.
Guaranteed.
So, for
without
example,
going through the qualification process.
Well, you still have to go through the qualification, but for example, if England mess up qualification, they have a chance to still qualify because they won their group, so they'll be able to go into this playoffs. And if they win the playoffs...
So hopefully it gives the bigger teams, more opportunities to not
screw up.
Pretty much. It gives them like a second chance.
Hopefully we won't have more Italies and Netherlands and whatnot.
Pretty much. But it also means that a team from Group League C and a team from League D is guaranteed a place in the Euros, which is pretty exciting because that gives a team for the a chance for the smaller teams to show up at these big tournaments, which is always fun.
So just get relegated to like Group D and then just win Group D.
That's what Germany's plan is.
Guarantee yourself a spot.
That's what Germany's
doing.
Don't you see what they're doing?
Genius.
It's their plan. Everyone thinks Joachim Low is just being an idiot and their team's playing horribly, but it's all calculated.
Footballing
Crafty
genius.
Germans. Crafty Germans.
All right, guys, let's get into the games of the week.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's go.
No, just go on. Screw it. I don't want to explain the rules anymore.
Fuck the rules. Who cares? UEFA is already corrupt. There's no rules.
It's true.
So, first game that we're going to look at is...
Okay, I thought you
the
were
first game of our Nation
Come on,
League
Ange, pick
recap,
it up.
basically.
Fine, it's England versus Croatia, guys.
England,
Why would
Croatia.
you want me to finish your fucking sentence, Shrika?
Jeez, big changes, huh? These are the big changes I'm talking about. But
all right.
So England played Croatia in kind of a revenge of the World Cup, where famously in the semifinal England lost to Croatia.
I mean, it's not really revenge because the game in the World Cup was kind of meaningless. This was the real game
of course.
that we were.
It's coming home.
Oh yeah, not biased at all, right?
It's coming home. Like, who cares?
When the fixture list for the UEFA Nations League was revealed, I mean, we all knew no one cares about the World Cup
This
anymore.
was the game.
This was the game.
Everything came down to,
and we won it. So suck on that, Lovren.
Lovren. Lovren's another story altogether.
Oh yeah, the whole Ramos Lovren debacle.
Oh yeah, that's been going on today as well. But yeah, England
every single day.
England needed a 0-0 draw or a win in this game to go through, and Croatia either needed a scoring draw or a win to go through, or essentially top their group. So England fell behind at Wembley with Kramaric scoring in the 57th minute, and then we had the turnaround, which was pretty late. We had Lingard, Wembley God, scoring a fantastic tap-in. Beautiful goal, only bangers, in the 78th minute. And Harry Kane, England's savior, slotting in the 85th minute.
He's scoring so many late goals this season. It's insane. That Champions League winner he scored at Wembley like just last week. This one. He's like a long one-season wonder. Like, this is a long season.
I know.
Yeah.
Spurs should get him out.
I hate it when people call him that. Like, do you honestly believe he's a one-season wonder, man? Look at him.
No.
Fun fact about Harry Kane. He scored 8 goals for England 2018, which is the most by a player since Wayne Rooney in 2014.
Wow, that's a pretty nifty fact, Tristan. Where did you get that?
Basically, it just came out of my head.
Oh, like, no way.
Yeah, I just miraculously pull this shit out of like, well, you know where. But so clearly we can just then make Harry Kane equivalent to Wayne Rooney, which means Harry Kane is also going to end his career in the MLS and just be okay.
And he's going to get a friendly game at Wembley after he's done, just for fun.
So big news: Harry Kane will be just okay.
Yeah.
Big up, man. Big up. Good stuff.
But yeah, England.
What did you
like? I mean, it was a good game. Southgate returning. Southgate proving that he is the right man for England.
He's proved that many times. That this wasn't the game that proved it.
I know, but like
I'm
there were
still
still
unproven.
doubters.
I still doubt.
Because
I mean, there's gonna be doubters.
Bring me a World Cup Finals matchup, and you know what? Then he had me.
What do you mean?
Like if they make the World Cup Finals, then I would believe he's the man for the job.
Dude, England are not a team that were expected to even get past like
quarters,
the game against Colombia. I don't know if you're being serious.
I don't think anyone ever. No, I'm not.
Oh,
I don't think anyone ever expected them to make it even to the semis. To be honest,
I can't see your face. If I could see your face, then I would understand. Yeah. By the way, that's another trade secret. You guys see our faces, but we don't see each other's faces.
Because our internet is shite and can't support it.
Yeah. Oops. Anyway.
I'd say my laptop can. My internet is great. My laptop is complete opposite.
But
anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good turnaround for England because otherwise they'd be relegated and the papers, the narrative would be completely different surrounding the team. So again, this is another positive boost for them.
Man, the media is savage. They're either praising you like a god, at least for England, or they're
just imagine you know the back pages
everything
would be
is
filled
terrible
with like
I hate it.
England had they been relegated.
I hate it so much.
And just because of one goal, it all turns around.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that way. Like 3 teams per group is kind of silly, I think.
It's working.
Yeah. So basically, that puts standings of the League A group. 4. England was first. Spain was second with 6 points. Right 1 point behind England, and then Croatia was third with 4 points.
And that's impressive. Winning a group with Spain and Croatia in it. That's not something to like. That's impressive. Good job.
I don't know. Spain's been rough a little bit, and Croatia. Just
Gold star for Gareth
but...
Southgate. No, but honestly, that's so good, guys. Like.
Yeah, so England
congrats to England
upward
fans.
and forward. Moving on.
It's definitely coming home.
Oh,
yeah, 100%. Moving on. Moving on. This one's good.
Fine.
I mean, Germany, Netherlands. This game happened today, and Germany took a 2-0 lead, and we thought it's the same old thing for the Dutch again, but Big Verge, Big
Dyke Verge
pulls up with
and.
Dude, we should just play him as striker. I don't know what we're doing, putting him in defense. Like,
I mean, do you want to play Lovren in defense?
World's best defender, mate. Of course, we want to play him in defense.
Oh, right.
100%.
Let's not put this subtly either. Germany shit the bed.
They've been doing for like the past.
They just got up on there and just completely covered it. So, they had 2 points, and both Netherlands and France with 7.
And
And
this
in what,
game,
4
to
games?
be honest, had no
In 4
meaning for
games.
Germany either. So like, it's not like they had anything to protect, but still, like,
No, this game had a
conceding 2 in the
meaning.
last 2 minutes.
Oh no,
No,
it didn't
only
have
for
a
the
game.
Dutch though.
Yeah.
Not for Germany.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
were
Germany,
already
it didn't
relegated.
matter. They were done
Right,
anyways.
right.
But yeah, that relegated them to Group B, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So they're
like we
planning-
mentioned, tactical analysis by Lowe. He's just trying to get the team low as possible, guaranteed spot in the Euros with top of Group D. Everything is going as planned.
It's all in the hands.
I guess that's why he's starting to play Sane then.
Oh come on!
That's a low. That's a
Low blow.
I mean, he
Yeah,
scored.
no, but he did
mate.
score in that game. He did
He
score in that
scored.
game. Yeah.
He was really.
And-
He played really well too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Timo Werner getting a goal in the 9th minute. That was a nice one. Did you guys see that one?
Yeah, it was a very sweet volley. He
Yeah.
finally scored. I swear, I watch him for Germany, and every time I watch it, he plays like absolute trash. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know why they keep playing him
Yeah.
in the number 9 position. I would honestly bring like Klose out of retirement, but he's pretty old now.
So they blew the lead too. They had a 2. So Germany had a 2-0 lead. Netherlands tie it up, but it was like the last minutes of the game. Like 85th minute, they score 1 goal, and then the 90th minute they tied up 2-2 with Virgil van Dijk getting the last goal there to tie it up.
Things are looking so good for the Dutch team now. It's like a complete
doing better,
role
yeah.
reversal. And Van Dijk is
Memphis
leading it.
Depay was actually doing better too. He was looking better for them
Sorry,
during
who?
this Depay.
Depay, yeah.
Depay, yeah.
He looks like a real player whenever I watch him internationally, and he was a good player. It's just players that
He
go
did
to
shit all at
Manchester
Man U.
United are just they lose their way. But we'll talk about that another time.
I mean, as of recently, I guess.
Even before, like Di Maria, Falcao, we can get into more. But anyway,
Yeah.
Okay, well, what I mean as of recently is as of after the Fergie era.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's like Liverpool fans saying like recently we were. I'm not gonna get into that. Anyway, okay.
But I mean,
Yeah.
it's a solid showing from Netherlands. Like they've been out of the international picture since I think 2010.
I
2012.
don't know why they were
2012.
seated in League A, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they've been pretty shit, but
I mean,
Ahead
they're
of-
still a powerhouse compared to other teams,
Yeah,
right?
but how do you
like their
rate
their
that?
bad day is a good day for like I don't
But-
know.
It's if it's
San
purely
Marino.
a numbers game, then teams that did go to the World Cup should be seated above them, like teams like Wales, I think.
It's fair, yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't really know how
understand
UEFA did that.
But I guess
I
we're
don't
looking
know.
at like
I-
the
oh,
coefficient.
did they reset everyone?
Sorry?
Did they reset everyone for the Nations League?
No, I
like
don't- I
just
don't
kind of
think
go
so.
based off of.
Reset.
Oh, okay. Well, I
What
don't
do you
know.
mean reset?
like the coefficient
It doesn't matter.
standings.
How do you reset it? Like
International
alphabetically
standings.
or? Yeah, how do you reset that? Like, what's the
you-
default for a team? Like,
You just hold a button on the side of Van Dijk's neck and just hold it for about 3 seconds.
It's like, okay, reset. We're back to being good. Like,
So not a lot of people can reach
Yeah.
that
It
button.
resets all the Dutch team.
Van Dijk is a beast. Fuck. He's so good.
I know he's just amazing. Captain of the country now too.
Try not to get too much of a hard on there, Ange.
Hey, we're doing a professional video right now. Let's talk about Switzerland versus Belgium.
Whoo,
Yeah.
Talking about hard-ons.
whoo, Shaqiri. Oh my days.
Let's talk about the cube.
Oh, that could have gone worse for my team.
My
One of my
team.
two. One of my two.
Dude,
Oh.
Shaqiri has been on fire. Although he didn't score in this game, he had like 3 assists or something like that. He's just been insane.
Hey guys, remember how we were talking about shitting the bed earlier?
This one's worse.
Belgium on this one, yeah, 5-2 for Switzerland.
So
And Hazard scoring 2 goals.
yeah, so
but
Belgium.
not the Hazard you think.
Belgium's tactic of confusing Switzerland with the other Hazard seemed to be
Yeah.
working pretty well for 20 minutes.
Thorgan Hazard.
Torgan Hazard. Yeah. Dude, how insane is it, just for a second, that let's talk about the fact that 2 brothers are playing not only in like
Yeah.
top European clubs, but in the same national team.
I mean, it's
on
happened
opposite
before, but
wings.
it's always good to see.
It's like,
And both Hazards wore for Chelsea as well at one point.
are you serious?
Yeah, Hazard's still
Thorgan
part of the
Hazard.
loan system, I think, at Chelsea. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's still part of it. He's just loaned out.
my
Been
God.
years he's been loaned out.
I swear, like
But they're both for Chelsea.
2% of all football players are 1 point related to the loan system at Chelsea.
That's
Yeah,
not that
basically.
far-fetched of a statistic.
It's like the 6 degrees
Yeah,
of
honestly.
connection, you know?
It's all back to Chelsea. Everything can connect
Everything
back to
leads
their
back.
loan system.
Yeah. Anyway, Belgium's defense looked like
Crap.
a bunch of 33-year-olds who are past it, which is precisely what they were. Vincent Company, really sad to see, was all over the place.
Yeah.
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 What the hell's going on with your man, Ange?
He's not.
Call him up. Get him to play better.
I mean, it makes sense that he's not playing for Man City anymore because based on performances like that, I think it's
It does not work.
clear to see that he's not at his best anymore.
Do you think
Which
Kompany's
is
past
sad.
his day?
I
Sorry?
think
Best-
so.
Do you think Kompany's past his days?
I think so.
As
I mean,
a
the few
full
times
time,
he had-
like he won't be a regular starter. He might you can bring him on for the last 20 minutes of game, sure, but
Yeah, that's pretty much what
He's only good for the last 20 minutes when everyone else is tired out, and then you just need a little bit of fresh legs.
fresh legs,
Just for
defender
a
when you're
solid
like
20 minutes.
I mean, okay, we're going into the Christmas period in the Premier League, so he's gonna get more games for sure. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, the Belgium defense this game looked absolute shit, and him being the captain, he didn't have the best performance either. Courtois wasn't too convincing. The entire team looked like scared.
yeah.
Looked like
Screw
Martinez
Courtois.
looked
I'm
like
pissed since he left Chelsea.
the Everton team under Martinez.
Everton.
And
Lols.
Switzerland, I don't know what it is with them. Maybe this is just a me thing, but I'm terrified of Switzerland. As far as team-wise, you're like, oh, they're not that great if you look on like purely stats and roster. But for some reason, Switzerland always just like pulls out these wins, or
Yeah.
at least
they're
in my opinion,
they're
what I've
very
noticed. They always just
spirited
somehow
bunch.
like they shock people. They
they
shock
have
teams.
granite, rock hard Xhaka in midfield. You
Mhm.
should be terrified of them.
and they have a cube.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Cube.
Something about
Nothing can
Shaqiri's
get past the
face,
cube.
just like it's menacing. You know? Like look at that guy. It's like right between a baby face and like a I don't want to say it, but
I'm curious now. I don't know what you were gonna say.
no. But yeah, what Shrika, did you see the 5-2? Did you see the whole reversal? What did you think of it?
I mean, I thought it was great for Shaqiri. He's been like coming solely from like a Liverpool perspective. He has 8 goals.
Not even hiding the bias.
I mean, he has 8
It's
goal
like-
contributions in his previous 10 games, 6 assists, 2
Oh
goals.
my god.
He is.
Yeah, he's been he's been doing well for 2018. So.
Yeah, and
Hey, Shrikar,
It's a
what
short
did you
span
think of
2018.
this game between 2 European nations in the UEFA Nations League? I thought it was great
No,
for
no.
ex-Liverpool player.
Yeah.
no.
That works.
Trigger has an uncanny habit of somehow connecting everything back to Liverpool, just like the Chelsea loan system.
Yeah.
He connects everything back to it.
No,
Very
no.
uncanny.
But I mean, Belgium really should have, closed this out 2-0 up. And how can you concede 5 after going 2-0 up and not like score at least a 1 again? Like that's the part that
Maybe
keeps
Belgium's
me.
trying to pull a low system where they're like, hey, we can guarantee ourselves going to Group D, topping Group D.
You'll watch Group B be harder than Group A next. Like all these like
No, I don't. Belgium weren't relegated though.
No, they weren't. But like
Martinez knows what he's doing.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But so that sends Switzerland into the playoffs along with England, Portugal, and the Dutch. So things are looking good for. football
that's an
coming
all
on.
Liverpool showdown, except for Portugal.
What do you mean, Shrikars?
It's uncanny. It's uncanny.
It's an all Liverpool showdown. Yes, there's 1 or 2 players in each team that are from Liverpool.
Yeah, but Lovren is life. That's what you're forgetting, Ash.
Yeah.
Lovren is life.
Literally, you could have any other team. You'd be the same thing.
Nah.
All right, let's move on. We've covered Nations League enough. Let's move on to our awards. And first one's up. You know what? I want to go with Golden Dude. We are going to be covering the Golden Dude of the week, or in this case, pretty much the Golden Dude of Nations League. And I don't know about you guys, but I have one set up for this, and it's going to be given solely for one specific reason, and it'll be given to the goalie of Jordan.
No, but he wasn't playing in the Nations League.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, that's true.
Do you know how Europe is like? Do you know what countries
Never mind.
are?
No, scratch that. Either way, it's given to him, in my opinion, and this is solely because he scored from his 18-yard box to the other 18-yard box on the other keeper without it being touched. He just I guess he saw the keeper was a little bit out of place, so then he goes. Watch the video if you haven't seen it, because it's pretty fantastic. But he drop kicks it, goes one bounce over the goalie in the net, basically.
Yeah, it was pretty whack. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Although it was against India.
This was against India, but still.
I was a little disheartened, but you know what?
Were you watching Jordan versus India live, Shrikar?
I was actually watching it live.
What the fuck?
I just watched the highlights.
I didn't even know this game happened until you guys told me about it.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah. But that's my pick. That's my nominee.
We'll go with that. I'm down.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty interesting.
It was pretty lit, not gonna lie. Like, Harry Kane
we gotta
has
give it to the little guy.
Timo Werner's was a nice goal too, but I mean, this just happens so infrequently with a goalie putting one off like that, so...
We gotta give it to the little guy every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
Not every so often.
So
they get
he can come and pick
awards.
up... he can come and pick up our football mezzanine award. We're here Monday through Friday from 8 to 2 p.m., so you're welcome to come pick it up.
Yo, hell, we'll mail it to him.
You have 1 week to receive this
We'll
award.
mail it to him if he pays for postage.
Honestly, if he contacts us and asks for one, we'll kind of have to.
Like, we will give it to him.
But okay, so moving on to our biggest disgrace of the week, which is brought to you by Gary Neville, of course. Q soundbite. And from here, guys, nominations, thoughts?
Quite a few. Shrikar, you start.
We could just give it to Germany. Like,
I was thinking of that, giving it to the whole
just
organization.
Like, from the World
German
Cup
club.
to now, like, what is going on there? Or we could give it to Lovren.
2 point.
We could give it to
2
Lovren.
points in 4 games.
I really want to give it to Dejan Lovren.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, for anyone who's not familiar.
Big mouth.
Okay, so for anyone who's not familiar with this, give a short recap so they can kind of catch up as to what we're going to get into.
They're definitely familiar with it, but we'll
this started back in the Champions League final when Ramos famously injured Salah and then elbowed Karius, and now Lovren's pissed, right? So then shit happens.
So he holds it for a year.
Yeah, shit happens. Salah's like still injured, and then Lovren and Salah are like best mates. Like I watched a video the other day of like Lovren singing Arabic music with Salah in his car. Like they're like fucking close, and then they're drawn in the same Nations League together. So of course Lovren's gonna be like, and we know how Lovren is. He was on Copa 90 the other day, just like talking shit about everyone. Like, oh, I'm the best. Straight up,
I am the best. Like what?
He said, I'm one of the best.
Grow up.
But still.
Oh god.
Yeah, and then...
And, okay, so after they beat Spain, he goes on, like, Instagram Live, and he's like, bunch of pussies, something like that, and then he says, now time to beat England and walk out like a boss. Like, mate, you're, like, an international defender. This guy's...
Meanwhile, they lose to England.
Yeah, I felt so good.
Yeah.
What a guy, man.
What a guy.
But did any of you guys see Ramos, like, essentially his tweets back?
No, not just
he
his
didn't
tweets.
respond too much.
No, he actually liked the picture on Instagram today with Lovren crying and him holding the Champions League trophy up. Which was
where Ramos is just going like this with like 4 fingers saying like 4-time Champions League winners.
Oh my god.
Actually, jokes.
And I mean, he's got nothing against like, sure, you can say whatever shit during the time of the game kind of thing. Things get heated, but after let it go. I mean, Ramos has got you beat in every single category.
Yeah. And even Rio Ferdinand pitched in. He called up, like, I saw his interview, and then he literally said Ramos is one of the GOATs and Lovren is not. Straight up roasted him.
I mean, when you're claiming that you're the best, you better be able to back it up or you're going to get a lot of flack for it. And for that reason, Lovren, you have won the biggest disgrace of the week, brought to you by Gary Neville. And you can come pick up your award as well. Again, reference times earlier. And congratulations. You really earned this one. Really.
And the funny part is, I don't think this is going to end anytime soon. That's the best part.
I hope not.
That's the best part. Like, I really want us to, like, draw Real Madrid in, like, one of the knockout stages. That'd be jokes. I just want to see the press match, like, set up, like, a UFC fight for both of them.
Oh, my God.
Put it on YouTube, stream that shit. People would pay for that.
Oh, man, honestly, it would bring a lot in. A huge amount in.
They totally would. Like,
Logan Paul KSI
got nothing on this.
Yeah. You know what? I'd pay for that.
I'd actually pay for that.
I would totally pay.
I wouldn't even try to watch it illegally. I will pay for that stream.
Oh, yeah, no, I would pay for that. I totally want to see that. But, so that brings us to our next and final topic, Tristan's Topics, where I cover interesting news
what it says
of the
in our
week.
outline.
I thought it was catchy. Tristan's Topics. So
Tristan's Tings.
Tristan's Tings for the Toronto people. So we got two topics that I wanted to cover. We're going to keep this kind of short, this podcast on this one. The first one was news surrounding Ousmane Dembele, which is apparently has an addiction, and it's pretty serious. And Barcelona is kind of potentially considering transferring him for it.
He's just gaming too much.
He's addicted to
Can't
gaming.
stop gaming.
I mean,
he's addicted to gaming. So apparently a lot of his friends, his kind of like, I don't know, his crew from, I don't know, when he's young or something, are hanging out with him, and they're at his house where he is. And apparently he was playing too late video games into the night. So he missed, I think it was training, or he came late to training. I think he missed training, and he called in and said he was sick and had the doctor come to his house. But apparently all the gossip and news coming out of it is he wasn't sick. He was just playing video games too late.
Imagine becoming the most expensive player in Barcelona's transfer history.
Yeah.
And then throwing it all away because you can't stop playing FIFA.
So, yeah.
I mean, you have the opportunity to play, like, out live, and no, he's going to play on his console like us plebes.
And this is coming from Barca, who's taken the guy who's bitten numerous players. So their bar is pretty low.
Oh my god.
But,
so I love it.
News going around him. As a result, he's been continued rumors circulating about him potentially going somewhere. So we'll see what happens. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if in the summer he goes somewhere.
He's not gonna go.
Yeah, I think Barca's just going to keep at him because the potential, I mean, they spent so much money on him, too. Yep. He does still have a lot of potential, so. And he's young. I mean, he's very young still, so he'll be able to learn and mature, hopefully.
He's like 19.
Hopefully.
Oops.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, second of Tristan's topics is basically the very short topic of everyone and their mother has been linked to Juventus in the transfer rumors. I mean, literally everyone. David De Gea is pretty heavily rumored. Aaron Ramsey has been rumored, although he's been rumored also with Bayern and PSG as well. So
Rashford.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford recently has also been heavily linked with Juventus. I mean, everyone's just linked with Juventus. But De Gea, more so just because he hasn't signed a contract yet, and his is somewhat coming up. So there's news about that. But again, very short topic on this one. Other than that, there hasn't been too much news. Nothing credible that is worth mentioning, but I thought those two would be interesting.
Also, just in case De Gea does leave to Juventus, United are also trying to line up Matt Ryan, who is Brighton's keeper, also from Australia, as his replacement.
It's an upgrade.
That's a pretty fair comparison. Either would be equally great options.
Of course, 100%.
Not to shit on Ryan, but
Ryan's a good keeper, man.
But on De Gea's level, though?
No, but I think he can mature. Like, De Gea, when he came to United, wasn't as good as he is now, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, whoever scouted him had some great foresight, because they were able to see him early on when I mean, everyone kind of had an idea he's going to be decent, but as far as the caliber that he got to, great foresight on whoever scouted. That guy deserves a promotion.
Lee Grant, man. They got Lee Grant.
Yeah, but other than that, though, that is basically the end of this episode. Like we said, we're keeping it short. For anyone who's just jumping in, we are a lot of big plans coming up for a future episode, so keep in mind. Keep tuned.
Why would anyone jump into a podcast for the last 30 seconds, Tristan?
Well, because sometimes we segment. I don't know.
It's not a TV show.
Yo, people just want to listen to like the last thing.
Washing my hands of you, Anch. Hands are clean.
I'm sorry. I'm being a dick. Go on.
Yeah, you are. But okay, thanks everyone for listening and or watching, depending on what platform you're on. We are going to be trying to get on other platforms too, because we're not a podcast addict and we're trying to. If you are listening, please come to our YouTube, subscribe, like the video. We do appreciate that. Helps us out. And thanks again, everyone. This is going to be Tristan.
Trikar.
And Ansh and Shrieger. Yeah, okay.
Signing off. Thanks again.
Nice
We'll catch you next week. God.